Alrighty. Good afternoon to everybody watching. All of 5 people so far. Okay. Um, we got a little bit of delay on my tablet. That's okay. Let me know if you can hear me nice and clear. If you guys can hear me, we'll get started. I'm on a little bit earlier than my usual time. So I'll wait. Seems like everything's working fine here, but I can't tell until you guys let me know. Well, I'm going to just. All right. Thank you very much. Um. All right. Great. Okay. Well, as you can see, yesterday evening, we did the top part of this painting. It is a painting that is a request. All right. Actually, it's a few subjects rolled into one. Um, I had requests for a sunset and a desert scene, and then um, mesas, um, a skull, stuff like that, cactus. And so I put a few together. All right. So we're going to work on the bottom half today. Um, I'm hoping that we can probably knock it right off and finish it today. We'll see. We'll see. These paintings are a little more detailed, slowed it down a bit to explain what I'm doing and explain why I'm doing. Okay. Now up above, of course, you don't see the majority of it. I'll take that off. Okay, up above, we've used blues and purples, yellows and reds. Okay, to get the colored sky going. All right, a little titanium white thrown in there. Then while the paint was a little wet, okay, we blended white with a little bit of the corresponding colors that you see. All right, so all our attention is focused toward the center, and it slowly turns into a sunset up here. All right, we did do a few rays, details on the mountains. All right, so we pretty much got the top part more or less all set and ready. I taped it off. I want pretty much a nice tight horizon line there. Okay. Our vanishing point obviously is in the center. The dot is still there, and we're going to base all of our other objects below this on that horizon line. The pencil marks you see here, you can vaguely see them, but you can see them there. Hey, Linda. We're going to establish our placement of cracks in the ground, rocks, cactus, okay, things like that. All right, and also that line assists us in shadows and whatnot for the beast skull. Okay, all right, and so basically that's what we're going to do. Let's bring this back up again. All right, in our upper left, we have a little bit of red, some more titanium white, some more umber, burnt umber. Um, this is Winsor Newton's version of Prussian blue. All right, and then we got lemon yellow, and then a little bit of lemon yellow white mix from yesterday. All right. Okie dokie, we're going to get on to this. There's no glycerin involved because most people who are learning don't know anything about vegetable glycerin, so I highly doubt I'll be using that today. It'll be just water. All right. So, if anybody has any questions or whatnot, just type them in there, and I will try my very best to answer those questions. Now, out of force of habit, I'm using the higher quality paints. I got the charcoal paints here, but I didn't put them in there. These are all the higher quality paints. Okay, all right. So we're gonna get along to it and get this party started, shall we? All right. So I'm gonna still discuss perspective. I'm going to still discuss aerial perspective, which will be utilized down below here. All right, now you're gonna see the side of my head. You can see the back of my head leaning in and whatnot. It's just the orientation of where I'm sitting and the camera. This is I switched the lens. It's a lens that's able to pan out because this is 16 by 20, I do believe. Okay, it's a 16 by 20 canvas panel. And what I've done also, for those of you who weren't here for yesterday, is that I did tape off the edges. This is not true white. This is white chalk paint with umber in it, very light umber. A whole lot of white paint, a little bit of umber in it, just to soften that white a bit. That's all. All right. You can paint whatever scene you want with whatever type of gesso. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be white or black. You can paint beautiful paintings using orange as your gesso color, purple as your gesso color, whatever you would like. Okay, especially if you plan to use that color as part of the painting, part of the color scheme. All right. So enough of me rattling my mouth. Let's get to getting here. All right. So, as I discussed, we're going to talk about perspectives and things like that. But we're going to now build up our perspective using the colors. All right. Obviously, it will be a little bit lighter up top. It just gradually gets a little deeper in color. I'll just say deeper instead of darker, because when we say darker, we assume black. Not necessarily so. Unless you want it that way, that's not what we're talking about. Lighter, okay, brighter, and then deeper. All right, okay. Um, let's get a little bit of water on my brush. Like I said, I won't use any glycerin, but I will put the water on here. I'll use the 2-inch brush here to throw some water up on this. All right. Let's go with our little bit of what we have left of yellow white. And we're going to put it right up here on the top. Okay. Don't fret yourself about the pencil lines. You're not going to see them. Okay. Trust me, you're not. We're going to take a touch of yellow, or yeah, a touch of brown, more yellow than brown. All right. We'll come around here and we'll play with it in here like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to establish our dirt, our ground. This is just a base color. It's all right. Up towards the top, we'll lighten it up a bit. It's a gradual thing. You're going to be going over this again and again. All right. And we'll come back down here. It's just, once again, just building up color. And we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep going back and forth. Like I say, the pencil lines will be hidden. Don't fret yourself about that. We're going to come down a little bit lower. Go right over that skull like it doesn't exist. Don't worry about it. I'm going to cross all of that. And obviously water evaporates. It's pretty warm here in the room. Okay, so the water's going to evaporate. Have no frets, don't worry. It's okay. Let it do what it do. Let it evaporate. Let it, you know, you just go ahead and add that color in there. Make it as smooth as possible. And then we're going to build up from here. Just because you see me lay the color down doesn't mean it's the final color. No, no, no. We're just building stuff up here. All right. All right. Now we're going to go from the bottom up toward the top. Put it right in there. And we'll just lightly fade it. And this is just how you build up your colors. Larger canvas, you can add a little brush pressure to it. Deeper colors. Let's borrow some of that and put it over here. And I'm just blocking in the surface where I want to go with it. You follow me? The paint is starting to dry up as I'm doing these strokes, which is fine. But it gives me such a nice gradation of color. I love it. And you'll grow to love it too, damn it. Okay, I'm just playing around. Like so. All right. And now you're starting to see how things are developing already. You got me? Okay. All right. So I'm looking at it and checking it out. Still checking it out. I am going to probably play around with a little bit more of the shade and lighting. I'm going to use the corner of my brush, get some of this dark brown. We'll play around in there a little bit, but we're going to add some stuff in here just like this. Okay. Now you gotta be careful when you do it because you can rub the color off like I just did. Don't worry about it. See that? But that's okay. Side-eye. Don't panic. Hashtag don't panic. Bring it back. It's all right. I want some darkness over here where to kind of play around with it. Just in certain little spots here. It's just kind of cornering some of that darkness in, playing around with some shadows and whatnot. Let it get all grungy. It's all right. It's dirt. All right, we're not gonna have a smooth dirt desert here. You know, there's gonna be rocks and all sorts of stuff like that. So it's just me roughing it up a little bit. So once again, hashtag don't panic. We're gonna go back above and we're gonna play with that light area. This is pretty much how you do it though. Slight touch of brown in that. More paint than anything else. We're gonna come up here, rub it right in there. See that? Bring it in there. All right, put it in there. Let's give it a little touch of white, a little bit of yellow. We'll come back up here on the top here. We'll brighten that area up a little bit. A little bit of love in there. More toward the center than anything else. All right, and we're just once again just establishing where that bright stuff is. I did not clean my brush, not needed. Again, just establishing where that bright mark is. Like so. Alrighty, then. We're going to start to roughen things up a bit. Add all sorts of little fun bits. Hello, Aurora. How are you? Nobody has any questions. No questions yet, huh? Okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all right. Go with a little bit of blue and a little bit of brown. Just be careful it doesn't turn green on you. Okay. We're going to use some of this way down below. Way down here. Try to bring that deepness across. Okay, right across the place. I'm going to try to scumble it in a little bit. No water, just dry brush. A little bit. Right under that skull there. Put some love in there. Just be careful. I do tend to do it. You'll rub some of that color off, but that's all right. It's okay. Let it, let it rub off. We're going to replace it. Worry not. We're slowly building up this thing. Okay? We're slowly building it up. Once again, worry not. It's all right. I might want to lighten up a few bits and pieces, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, I'm going to let this, even though I dry brushed it, it's still a little, might be a little damp. It's all right. It's all right. This is pretty much dry. Okay, we're going to take a palette knife and we're going to have a little fun. We're going to I'm hanging in there, Aurora. You know, I'm living the dream, I'll let it tack up a bit. We're going to add some texture in here. We're going to use the palette knife and have a little fun with all of that. We're going to build this up, get it kind of crackly and rough and all of that. All right. Once again, forgive my head. It's just a larger canvas, the orientation of my seating. Okay, so I'm sitting closer toward the center. All right. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Okay, let's we're getting a little bit of brown here. I'm thinking as I'm doing this. I know a little white escaped in there, but it's okay. We're gonna get all sorts of colors, kind of peek it in, want to get a part of the action, but that's all right. Let's start off with just the brown. Let's play with this for a second. Let's spread it out. When you thin out the paint like that, when you spread it out like this, the air is going to get to it. It tends to dry faster. You know, you're giving the paint more area for the air to breathe across it. Okay, so that's why it tends to dry faster when it's thinner. All right. Okay, let's just add some texture to it. Go across like this. No path. Just do it. Just like this. Scrape right across, especially in the darker areas. Just play with it. Go right across. No rhyme, no reason. Go straight across. Okay, you're not going to get a straight line across. It's going to split apart, break up, do all sorts of crazy little. all sorts of crazy little things happening with it. It's all right. Just let it do it. Just like that. Like I say, we're getting texture going here. It is a desert. Okay. Go right across the horns. Go right across everything. When you do this, when you got a subject that you're masking, all right, let's get a little more brown here. Spread it out. Get you some more love. Pop it in there. We're going to add pebbles and rocks and all of that. And what I'm doing is adding texture. It just makes it easier for you. All right, when you start adding rocks and singular little items in here, it just makes it easier. It makes it painting look a lot more complicated than it really is. All right. So you're creating an optical illusion. Okay. So you guys are going to be little magicians with this stuff. All right. Get some more brown. A little touch of yellow in that brown because we're going higher up there. You don't necessarily have to make it a solid color. You know, if you got a little bits of yellow bits in there, that's fine. Okay. Very lightly, you go across. Okay. Go across some of this stuff. And keep moving it across, all nice and slowish. I'm rubbing the knife across, getting all the little bits of paint off the brush or off the knife. As you see, little granules start happening there. See that? And I'm just rubbing the residue. I'll take the brush like this. Okay, and you see it's all on the side like that. Yeah, just pat it like that. Okay. Okay. You just take the flat part of the knife and just rub it across. You want little granule things happening there. Okay. Maybe not so much up there because all that brightness is happening there. You follow me? Okay. All right. Let's take a little bit of yellow. A touch of brown, but more yellow. Marble it out like that. And you go on and add some brighter stuff in there like this. And I'll tend to probably put this more toward the center, up around in here. And for those of you who are familiar with my camera, it's doing what it's doing. It's okay. It'll come back. There. Okay. You didn't miss much. We'll put some of this in the center. We'll go way up here. And keep the brightness more or less toward the center there. Almost like you're doing an ocean. Very rough looking ocean, but more like an ocean. Hey, Chrissy. Yes, it is. It's a little bit from there. Yeah, actually, mostly from there, and from when I asked about it the first time on one of my videos. And so what I did is I went back on the videos and I wrote down everything. It's on my I got it on a little note thing on my cabinet, and so I wrote down what people wanted to see and want it done. And some of these, what you're looking at, I'm gonna go with a little bit of white right here in the center, all up in here, because our intention is gonna be geared more toward that area. Now, of course, I got little bits of black or whatever color that is escaping over there. That's okay. Don't worry about all of that. Don't fret yourself with the little dark spots in there. It's all right. So we're gonna add some of that in there. Just like that. Just pop it in there. Okay. I'm going horizontal. I'm going across. Let it get rough and crazy looking. It's all right. Don't worry about that. Because you can bring some of the yellow back, yellow brown back if you want. And you can kill some of that if you chose to. Like this. Okay. So it's up to you. Up to you how much of that you want. But yeah, I took it. Hey, what's going on? It matters. I appreciate you popping in and saying hello. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit slower. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing here. Okay, all of this is. Hold on, I gotta answer this person. Hold on. I tell you. Um, all of this deals with perspective, aerial perspective, and linear perspective. This is linear perspective. Aerial perspective is stuff to do with the sky and stuff in the air. Linear perspective is stuff to do on land, ground. Um, okay, so we got a little bit of both happening and going on. All right, so we're gonna once again we're just gonna roll up our sleeves and have a little fun. I'm gonna try to explain this as precisely as possible. I'm gonna take a fan brush. I don't particularly care for this fan brush. This fan brush is pretty much has had it. I'm gonna have to put this fan brush to the bushes and tree only fan brush section because it's beat down like a weathered old pony. Okay. All right, but we're gonna use this guy. We're gonna come in here. I watered the bristles. I'm gonna water the bristles a little bit more. We're gonna get some little speckles going on in there. All right, like I say, we're getting a lot of texture. Um, we'll do this higher up where you guys can see it. We're gonna either go darker or a little lighter for the granule dirt bumps and stuff like that. We'll put over here toward the corner. Let's get some more. It's kind of a delicate dance when you do splatter because it's a ratio of paint to water. All right, especially when you're using a little better quality paint, it's a little thicker. All right, so you might need to use a little bit more water. Follow me. Um, let's go with our darker brown. I want darker bumps, therefore we're going to add a little bit of blue in there just to get it a little deeper, a little darker. Just add some more water. These are higher quality paints this time. It's not the, the other brand I use. Okay, we're gonna get some deeper, a little more water. Like I say, it's a gentle little dance. Just be careful. Okay, and there we go. Pop them in there. I want bigger drops. So even though I'm up closer, I want more giant drops in there. Once again, just little texture stuff. Now, as I'm adding this wet stuff in here, I'm gonna have to let it dry so I can go on with the next part. But now you see how the land is starting to transform here. Okay, you just start off with the basic color, dark, going into our lighter area. You work in your textures. All right, and as you add more and more smaller things into it, okay, it will start to look like roughened up bits of sand and dirt and all that. We're gonna add the cracks and all of that fun stuff in there. It will be in perspective. All right, so you get a sense of distance. How you've been, Chrissy? Now I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get another batch of fan brushes. I do like my hog's hair fan brushes, but I'm using them up, so they're being beat down like an Egyptian slave. Okay, we have to wait for this to dry. So if you guys want to ask me any questions or anything, now is the perfect time to do so. And since we have radio silence, I'm going to drink the nectar of the gods. Coffee, 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 coffee. Mm, 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 mm. Well, thank you, Aurora. I wanted to do something a little different than the traditional lights. It's still the same concept. Okay, it's still the same technique. It's just I put it in perspective. Okay, they were fun to do, relatively quite simple, but it does make an impact. I knew I was going to put the trees in perspective, and I knew the trees were going to be more or less silhouetted. They're dark. Okay, and I'm just going to use dark colors really. The two bears, that was a bonus. I was gonna put some animal in there to look up at them, and what better animal than a bear? So, because one, they're very versatile. When they're on their two legs, when they're bipedal, they look um, uncomfortably human-like. So, why not a bear and her baby? Oswina, how are you, Oswina? How you feeling, dear? These series of videos that I'm going to do for probably quite a while, because I seem to have quite a list. They're going to be slower. I'm going to explain things, take my time, and hopefully my head won't be in the way because of the larger canvases. I would rather do instruction videos on larger canvas and on canvas instead of watercolor paper. I could put more detail in, take my time, explain things, use larger brushes or smaller ones. Good, 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 good. And as usual, you must say hello to Will, because I know that the fur babies are cussing him out right about now. So, and you must tell Muttley I said hello, and to vacuum out the dog house on a regular basis. It keeps the fleas away. A vacuum a day keeps the fleas away. Thank you, It Matters. I appreciate it. Like I say, these are tutorials, and if people want to paint them, go for what you know. All I ask is that either you give me, it'd be cool to give me credit, or get inspiration from so and so. Then you pop it on there, and put it on my Facebook page. Post it right on there. Okay, I love to see them. I really would. You know, even if you did it similar to mine and you put your own spin on it, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm still talking because I'm waiting for the droplets to dry. Okay, because we're going to have to put our lines back in. Okay, we have to put our perspective lines back in there. Now, technically, I can take the tape off now. Okay, technically, but I'm gonna make another grid. All right, that's why I have to wait for this to dry, because once I start using the ruler, if I slide it across, it's gonna make little streaks. So I have to wait for it to dry. All right. Oh, nice. Okay. And you know what? I mean, I don't know if you posted it on my site or not. Thank you, Josuina. You know, I really enjoy it when Diana mispronounced your name. She is just so stubborn. We tell her the G is an H. The G is an H. Hi, Josuina. Ah, well, we just let her have it. Listen, if you like it, I love it. I just chuckle every time she does it. I'm like, well, it matters. You can always email me. Okay. Send it there. And because I might not know who you are on your email name, just throw me a hint that it's the photo and or you spoke to me or whatever, so I know it's you. All right. And I will post it on my page because I would love to see that. I really would. You know, people who might not be on Facebook or might not know how to do it. Most people have an email. Just send me the picture in the email, and I will post it on there. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. All right, I will give a gentle touch and tap, and I'll look at my finger, then I'll graduate to my whole freaking hand. Make sure there's no little dots or anything in there. All right, yes, I do stuff like that. I'll rub it around, make sure everything's cool. All right, now we will put the grid back. Will I put it back now? Here, at this stage, let me talk to you about this. If you do something like this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't necessarily have to be a desert scene. It could be an ocean, a cityscape, a barn with a field of grass. I don't care. It doesn't matter. All right. When it comes to marking your stuff, okay, because like I said, I got to paint it. I got to do another grid. When it comes time to doing that, all right. Now this is a chalk pencil. Okay. This is a chalk pencil. Now when I bring this here, all right. Let's say you make your grid. You're done with your grid. No, no problem. Cool. You're done with your grid. You can wipe that off. You can take a brush with plain water and and it disappears. All right. If you use one of these and do it, I feel bad for you. An eraser is not going to work. Don't use pencil lead. Okay. Use. You can use. I have them here. Just bear with the old man. All right. Yeah, use white. Use black, use brown, anything that you can just see it with. You follow me? And it wipes away. Of course, you're not going to see that too well because it's white on the tape. All right. Okay. Now, it also depends on what type of paint you're using. Obviously, you can't do it with oil paint. All right. But with acrylic, you can get away with it. All right. Now, it depends on how good your eyes are. If you need a brighter pencil, then, you use white or whatever. Okay. For it. And once again, you can usually just take some water and wipe it away. All right. And be done with it. Okay. All right. Now, of course, I got one of these. This is filthy. It is. It's filthy. Yes, I have. I think, what are they? Oh, okay, they're dimes. The reason why I got the dimes on the bottom of the ruler is because when I place it, okay, it raises the area of the edge. So if you're doing something with a paintbrush, all right, I got your email. Thank you very much. it doesn't leak underneath and create a nice, beautiful smudge over your work. Okay, that usually just ruins your day. You follow me? All right. I don't necessarily need this, so let me just take this off. Be extremely careful. All right. When you go to pull this stuff apart, I'm gonna show you because it just happened. See that? See this? See how it just peeled right off? That's why you be extremely, extremely careful. And this is why I would rub this tape across my towel so it takes some of that stickiness out of there. So just be careful that doesn't happen. Now say something like this happens. All right, you see it's peeling off. At least that part of it is. Don't panic about that. All right, I'll just rub off what needs to rub off here. Okay, and it's easy to do so. Just scratch it right off and get rid of it. And you can just replace it. Okay, it's nothing but blue and brown, and I'll just replace that, and nobody will know anything different. You follow me? Okay. All right. Now with the tape off, things start to make a little more sense. Now you truly see distance here. Okay. See how stuff starts to your eyes start to fill in things. Okay. Now you see distance because the radiated sunbeams are also helping you out with the sunbeams are also helping you out with distance. This is all not only aerial perspective, but now linear perspective. You follow me? Now, if you can see the skull, you might not be able to see it. From where I'm looking, it's kind of dark down here. All right, well, I'll put the pencil there. It's kind of dark in that direction. But the skull's there. You can see the horns. Now everything makes a little more sense. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, Larry, what's up? Oh, yeah. You can use chalk. All right. Most definitely. Let me do this while I'm thinking about it and I'm looking at it. I'll take a round brush. Let's take a little bit of brown. We'll put it right here. Let's take a little bit of that super dark blue. We'll put it here. And right now, I'm just looking for something dark. Right here. And we'll just add it in there. Just like so. Pop it in there. We won't be tipping anything else up, so we'll just let it naturally dry. And that's it. All right. Let it naturally dry. Leave it be. Okay. It'll be all right. Let's put this brush back. Okay. Like I've said before, that dot is right there. Okay. And I will lightly just pop my thin little grids in there. Yes, this will take a little time. When I say take time, it's just I am going to take my time showing you guys this. Very thin grids. All right. Now it doesn't really matter if you put it in kind of dark, because once again, water will wipe this stuff right away. It's no big deal. Okay. And I'm placing them in certain areas where I know I'm going to add things more or less. Never ever cheat with this type of work. All right. Your perspective grids, they got to be in there. They got to be in there right. You follow me? Now you guys may not see this because I'm doing it in a darker lead, or on to the other side. I gotta be careful. Now the the um, the vanishing point to where you see me marking here is a little. It's not really truly centered. All right, so your marks, your guidelines are going to be slightly, not really off, but they're just at a different orientation, basically. There. Okay. Now I have my grids back. You don't see them. I see them as clear as day. They're right there. All right. Now, watch this. Yes, go straight across. More of a grid. How do you go straight across? How do you know when, where, what, why, how? Well, you already got your horizon line, and that's where you're basing this. The further you are away from that horizon line, the larger these squares will be. Okay, they get a little larger each time. And when they get a little larger like this, the object that you're putting in there will also be larger. Okay, once again, you guys don't see this very well. Okay, and I know you don't. Okay, but they are in there. Could I have done it in white? Probably, yes. Yes, I could have. All right, I go about that far. Now I have a grid. It looks like a funky looking checkered floor. Okay. All right. And that's basically all I need for that. Let's see where my little hook is. I do have all these instruments very close by me. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, um, yeah, you really won't even pay attention or notice it anymore. To be honest with you. Okay. You're not gonna notice it. You're not gonna really pay attention to it. Um, yeah, it's all good. But once again, we're dealing with linear perspective. We're dealing with aerial perspective. I don't really have to mess with this anymore. We're gonna add our tips and tricks down below here. All right. I've added a little bit of blue to the brown in here. Okay. Then our brown. Then we mix the brown in with yellow. Okay. And then we added just, I think, some of the yellow. Then yellow and white. And then when it came to the palette knife, we just, rubbed all sorts of patterns and stuff all up in there. All right. Then we took the palette knife, added our white here and our white and yellow. Okay. Then we added our speckles, just regular brown up here, and then the brown and blue mix down here for darker dirt and what have you. Coffee break. Yes, Fatima. A lot of people get a little confused with the concept of perspective, whether it's 1 point perspective like this or 2 point perspective where as you see the tape and the dots. I used well, you can't see the other dot, but I didn't use these. It wasn't needed. 1 point perspective is all I needed for this painting. Okay, so this painting is actually just a 1 point perspective shot, basically. Even though it's a vast desert, I only use one perspective point, and that's right there. Okay, that's it. And just because I have the perspective point there, yes, hypothetically the sunlight is pretty much in that area, but you don't have to pop a sun in there. We know where it is. It's right here where the bright spot is. Okay. So I'm not going to treat my customers, and I'm not going to treat the people who I teach like they're first graders. All right, we know where things are placed. We know where it is. Okay, this is where color helps you, which is why I mix the white and the yellow together. It gives us a bright spot, and then we just slowly just bring it outward. All right, the rays are just guides, and plus it looks cool, but they're actually just guides leading you right there. Okay, everything in this painting will lead you right there. So once again, all roads lead to Rome. Okay, all right. Now, I have my grid. We can have a little fun here. I'm just debating what should I do. Should I do rocks first? Should I do cactus first? Um, I'm deciding. Now, once I place a cactus somewhere, the rest of the cactus will be judged by that one. So whether I put a large one here, a medium-sized one, a small one, it all depends. Now, where do I Where do I place it? Where do I want to place it? And does the cactus have to actually fill in the whole space of the square? No, it doesn't. You just put it right there in the area, but you gotta keep it within the radius of the square. That's very important. Okay. It does not have to be as wide as the square, but it has to be in the area of the square touching somewhere around here. Okay, so it keeps it in its right distance. Okay. I'll do obviously an odd number of cacti. Obviously, the closer it gets here, the smaller it gets. Now, when you paint the cactus in, okay, what setting do I have the camera set on? That's a good question. I think the white balance is automatic, and it does need to be brighter because it's daylight and it's still not bright enough. So yeah, I do have to set that. Oh, I would have to go and look. I don't know. I know if I put it on video, that the box won't disappear off of it, and I would have to do some finagling. I have to take the wire out, finagle, and make the white balance fixed. All right, let me write that down. Hold on, Larry, because I'll keep looking at it, and it's darker than usual. So hold on, I'll just write it here. Okay. Because yeah, I don't like. Cause usually with my other camera, I don't have to worry about it being so dark where you guys can't see it, and it is dark. Cause I'm looking at it on my tablet, and I'm looking at it over here on OBS, and it is dark, a little too dark for me too. Yeah, I know it. It brightens up, right? I know it. It does. You know, it does compensate for it, especially when I put it in the brighter area. See, yeah, and that bothers me. So I believe I got it a little too dark on the setting. But like I say, I would have to shut everything off and unplug the HDMI and turn it around and do all of that. What other suggestions you got? Because I can, once I'm done here, I can fix it. Or if if it's bothering you guys, I can just fix it immediately and just pop back on again. So you can just write it in the text. What else you want me to do? I'll just write it down here, and then I'll straighten that out. But where was I? Um, yeah. So I'm debating where to put said cactus. Don't worry about it. This is a different camera, so I do gotta adjust it and then keep it there. Because once I set the cameras there, they usually just stay there. But I do have to fix that. All right, so I'll just fix the white balance then, or make it fixed. All right, no problem. So right now I'm judging, I'm looking, I'm studying where to put the yonder cactus, because I'm going to have three sizes of cactus: small, medium, and large. Okay, and I have to place them in a way where they won't obscure everything. You got me? So yeah, I'm just reading the chat here. Okay, so I'm looking right now. Where do I want to place cactus numero uno. I don't know if I really want to put anything too much in the way. I like the texture here. I like the way that looks. Okay. I know I'm going to put one somewhere around in this area. That's a given. Probably one or two. Once again, I'm going to vary the sizes. I know we're going to put I'll probably put, what I was saying is that whatever height I choose as the smallest, that will either bring all this picture to us or further away from us. Once again, it's all about distance. You got me? Okay. So now that I've said that, let's put here. Let's do this. Now I can get away with this. So you want the smallest somewhere around here. Well, well. How you doing, Kathy? I see you over there playing your games and your bingo and all of that. I see you. I'm up. I see you. I just want to let you know that it's good to see you. Joswina, I don't know how fast you can type, but I know you want it somewhere around in here. Now, once I do that, I'm going to judge everything else by the height of that guy. Yes, it's KK. Yes, it is. It's definitely Kathy, yes. Very sweet lady, Kathy is. She is a lot of fun. So for those of you guys who like to play games and do the bingo deal, click on her link. But she has her wrench, so she can pop her link in there. Pop your link in there, Kathy. Right beside the light mount. So she kind of wants one. I'll put one. Actually, I'll just, because one is backlit, so we'll just pop one right here. It'll be about that high, and then we'll put an arm a little higher up there like this. So that little fella right there is going to start everything. That little guy that you guys can barely see. Okay, that one's going to be the catalyst that starts everything else off. All right. Okay. Now, why do I say that? And you guys can barely see it, but that's fine. Now, watch what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to use this black pen to do this. Okay. This is how you're going to judge your distances from your cactus. Okay, so we got this fella right here, and it's on the right side of the dot. You hear me? Okay. So, on the right side of that dot, we can put one. Oh, we're gonna put one right here. I'm gonna make the dart large enough where I can see it. You guys can barely see it, but I can see it. Now, I can take that dot and bring it as low or as tall as I want. Now, if I make it a little, okay, at that height, it will probably be, probably around this. Oh, put it right around this corner right here. All right, so we got another one right there. Okay. All right. Now I'll take a thicker marker so you guys can see this. Now I'll paint these in. Yeah, I'm doing it with marker one that's quicker. Okay. But we got one right here. Okay. And it is a cactus, so he's right around in here somewhere. Now, all depend on its size. Well, we got one here. We'll put like this. Okay. We'll make the other one. We'll have it come down here, and then we'll have it curve. like that. Okay. Oh, maybe something like that. Pop them in there. All right. So we got another cacti. The cacti is right there. Okay. We're gonna put another one. A little perspective dot here. I'll probably put one right about there. A little dot right there. And we'll just sketch him in. We'll put him right about here somewhere. Now this is a thinner marker, something like that. And we'll kind of put him up there like this. We'll give him a little character. We'll give him a little baby, little hook right there. Okay, and then we'll kind of pop one right here, like that. All right, so we got yet another one there. All right, but you see how this is going? Okay, and it's good, nice silhouetted fella. As they get close to us, they're gonna start to get a little more on the greenish area, on the greenish side. Well, Miss Music Books, when I'm finished with it, I'll give you a price and everything. But you might want to wait till it's finished. The night ain't over yet. You might want to say, ugh, when it's all said and done. So we'll see. Excuse me. Okay, and we'll start to slowly get larger ones and larger ones. Now, once again, I'm basing these off of that dot. So that dot is giving us our area and our space. You follow? Okay. All right. Now, as you can see, with that tallest one, okay, as I go further away, they're getting gradually taller. And it's giving us true distance. Okay. So we got one right about here. All right. I'll take the thicker pen here. Now this guy, I'll just dot him in here. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, we'll put him right here. Right here. I'll round him off here. Obviously he's a little taller. But he's a little thicker. Okay. He's right in there. Okay. Just like that. Um we'll have him, give him a short one right there like that. Um give him we'll have him like this. Like so. Okay. Um just like so. All right, so we're sketching another one like that. Okay. You got to drive out somewhere today?
No.
All right. Now that we've placed this one here, okay, I might want to, 1, 2, 3, 4. We might want to put one. See, I don't know. I'll have you guys be the judge of that. But we're gonna put another one up in here. We're gonna put actually I want to put something else in here, but we're gonna put a monstrous one up around here. We're gonna have one that's closer to where we can get some nice fair amount of detail. All right. So yes, I will start even here. I'll pop. Well, I can use a thicker marker for this. It doesn't matter. Once we start painting them in and all of that, it goes by fairly quickly. Oh, put the dot right here, almost toward the top here. All right. I'll use this so you guys can see. Now, where am I going to place this feller? I can put him in the dark, which will bring him extremely close to us. Okay. I'll just get the line started. I'll just do the line, 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 do the line. We'll put it um we'll put him down here somewhere. Actually, we'll make him way close. We'll make him like the lead fella. We'll put him right down to the bottom. All right. What that does when I put this guy in here, okay, because he doesn't have a root or anything to anchor itself. So I'll make him wide enough. It brings this bull skull and everything else, it pushes back. So this guy is going to push all of this further back. All right, which once again expands the expanse of this painting. Do you only have 6? I thought you would have more. Hey, Billy, I thought you would have more. Let me know how much I know. Okay, now let's be conscious of the sides because here, I'll do a half. I'll do a half. I'll come here. Okay, I'll come here. I can freehand this guy. It's all right. I'll come here like this. Go straight, straight down. It's all right. Go straight down, like so. Come over here. Do the same thing. Bring him down. Bring him down. Bring him down. Bring it down. Bring it straight down. I'm moving my whole arm. Okay. So it's right there. Okay. Now I don't want to take away from this here. Okay. So I can go about, I'll go here, just like this. Go down below that horizon line and then curve and go in like that. He's bigger, bigger arm, so we go that way. So you got part of it there. All right. So all of this will be covered in. That'll be blackened in. Obviously, you guys know this will be blackened in here. Okay. All right. So we know that's colored in. I don't, once again, want to take away all of the rays and all of the detail from this mountain. All right. This is where, placement is important. Okay. Let's go here. And we'll go straight up, right off the frame. We'll come here. All right. So you're played pretty close. All right. Just like that. Take them right off the frame there. Okay. Now, obviously, it's blackened in. All right. We know this is blackened in here. Okay. All that's blackened in. No big deal. All right. So I'm showing you placement and how simple it is to do this. You got me? All right. So we got our closest one. Okay. We got our furthest one. We got a couple of them kind of, playing hooky in between. You got me? Excuse me. Okay. Let's get one somewhere around in here. Yeah. I already know a spot to put it. As a matter of fact, I'm debating here. I think I want it above that ray. So he'll be somewhere around in this area here. Okay. I'll just take the ruler. I'm doing this for you guys. Usually I would just, do it by sight and call it a day. All right. Now I got to look at the placement of these guys. Okay. So I'm looking at where to put him. I'm still looking. Maybe we'll put him right in that area right there. Okay. All right. He's there. Comes around. There. Just like that. there. Watch this. Have it come out. About that far, come out. He doesn't have to be as tall. Just like that. All right. Once again, you know, he's all darkened in. We're going to darken him in. Okay. All in here. Right in there. Just like that. All right. Okay. And I'll probably pretty much more or less leave it just like that. Okay. I think we're pretty good here. I think we're gonna be all right in there. Okay. Hey, Cat, how you doing? How you doing, Cat? How you doing, Cat? Okay. Um. So as we're doing this, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it some more. I'm staring. I'm looking. I'm looking. All right. I'm gonna use my guidelines here. I'm placing little things here and there. Uh, little rocks in here. We got a few. They get closer to us, they're a little large. Now, how you see me doing this, I still got that grid. All right, so I'm playing with these guys all in the grid in here. You follow me? Okay. So the bottom of these rocks are on the grid pattern. You get me? Okay. All on the grid. All on the grid. So I kind of like what I see going on here. Not too bad. Put some smaller fellows in here. Yeah, I can just actually just ink them in like that. Some of these are just dots as they get further away. All right. And these fellows are actually here. Let's put one a little higher up there. Let's cross that horizon line there, like this. All right. See, everything has to make sense. You follow me? All of this gotta make sense. Okay. Has to. All right. No problem. I'll send you a email when it's completed. So you be good. It's good to see you, Kathy. Okay. So we place our rocks here, and I can use, now this here's the funky thing about alcohol markers. Okay. When I varnish it, the alcohol markers will look like they hasn't been varnished. It's really funky and weird looking how it does that, but it is varnished. Okay. So some of the smaller ones, yeah, I'll do it with the little dots. The bigger ones we'll just use. I don't know if I'll use black. I'll use something very close to black, and including the larger cacti around in here. And we'll put little, we could put some stuff around the cactus, whatever, and we'll throw some wild grass around the skull and all of that. We're gonna keep it moving now. But hopefully, this is why these are a little different in explaining all of this. And that's why these paintings take a little bit longer because I'm talking more and more of an instructional mode than anything else. Okay, let's we'll take the round brush after I get some more coffee. Any more questions from anybody? Need some more brown. What happened, Larry? You lost the painting. What happened? Yeah, you did. Oh my God. I did not know you wanted this painting. Yeah, you have to tell me immediately. Yeah. Kathy is known for that. If she sees something and she likes it, she'll buy it instantly. Yeah. She did that with Bruce. Yep, before anybody could breathe. Because I think somebody wanted one of Bruce's paintings. It was a dragon painting, or dragon eye or something. And somebody had wanted it. At least they mentioned it silently or mentioned it to somebody. But Kathy just flat out plopped the price down and everything and bought it immediately. And Bruce didn't know. Yeah. When Kathy comes on, when she comes on, you have to work fast. Yeah, Larry. But we'll see. It's not, if she agrees with the price, yeah, then she buys it. But if oh crap, did he? All right. Well, I have to let Kathy know. I'm telling. Okay, I'll let her know. Well, I'm glad you told me because I didn't know. Okay. Well, I appreciate you letting me know because fair is fair. Because he did mention that he was interested in the painting. I did not know because if I knew, I would have told her it was already taken. So I'll let Kathy know. But thank you for letting me know, Fatima. Glad you let me know. I'll let her know. I can email her. Yep. So yeah, I did not know that you were interested, Larry. I think it probably scrolled and went right past, and I didn't even see it. So Eagle Eye Fatima, um, seen it. Now I want you guys to check this out while I'm doing this. Okay, you see that it looks black. It's not. But with all of this bright color we got going on here, okay, this very deep blue purple looks like it's black. It is not. All right. And yes, I am using a round brush for its details. I did add water, but not too much. I want it thin enough to maneuver with this round brush, but I don't want it too thin to where you see the background. Okay. So once again, it's a gentle dance when doing something like this. And like I say, as the cactus gets larger, they won't necessarily be all the way. Now they're backlit. They are. They are backlit, but I am going to add some flair to a few of these fellas because they're close enough for us to do so. Okay. And I'm going to show you why you can judge and do that. Okay. And no, Kathy won't be too heartbroken. She'll just pop on and she'll put her bid in for something else. Um, or there's been times where I had to redo a painting. I did a painting, sold it, she liked it, and she wanted me to do it, same painting. And I did it. I think I did it twice for her. But yeah, she's an aggressive shopper. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Because I did not know Mona. And I believe I'd shown the moose just to show, because I don't believe I filmed the moose. The moose was something that I did. I just sat here, no camera. I felt like doing a moose, and I felt like doing a painting that I would, that I would paint, would want hanging on my wall. And so, no cameras, no teaching. I just painted the moose. And that's how that came about, the moose. And I just showed it just to show the difference between me showing, doing paintings, instructing um, students and such, than me painting for myself. And like I said, I did not know who Moose Crazy was, and a couple of people who follow Moose Crazy brought her over, or they took a screenshot of the moose or something like that. And then she came, and then that's when I showed her the actual moose. So, and she bought it right then and there. Yeah, that moose took me 3 days to do. The moose, the physical moose itself wasn't what took me 3 days. It was the grass. It was everything else besides the moose. Okay. Now, why am I using mixed colors for the cactus, or even the mountains in the back? Why am I using other colors other than black? Well, black is way too stark a color. Black is way too flat a color, and it would stick out like a sore thumb. Okay. Now you can use black in small doses, which is why I painted the rocks and some of the further away cactus black. That's fine. But once you get to something with a little size to it just sticks out way too much. It doesn't fit or match well with the rest of the painting because it's just jet black, blank, black. Okay. And when you mix colors to mix something very close to black, it's got that softness to it that it mixes and it fits well with the rest of the painting. Where black sticks out once again like a very sore thumb. All right. But that's why I rather mix the colors. Now, as I'm doing this, you might see little light spots in there. Let it dry. You let it dry, you go back over it again. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, Fatima. You do. You got the moose with the water dripping off its horn. Yeah, off its rack. That's right. That's right. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know Moose does. She enjoys it. And it's that's the satisfying thing is that somebody really appreciates the hard work that was done by any artist, not just me, any artist that spends their their time. I'm getting more of the darker blue, more of the brown. We're mixing it in there, okay. And since I want it a little deeper, we dip into our red, okay, and pop it in there, and that gets you extremely close to black, okay. Now I'm still tickling around in the blue area with it, but it's just very dark and it's thick too. So I'm gonna dip my brush into a little bit of water, very thick paint. This is the higher quality paint that I'm using this time. Okay. Um, yeah, any artist that sells a painting, this sounds funny, but it's not really like the money aspect of it. It's really that somebody actually enjoys your work enough to cherish it, to actually spend their very hard earned money to buy it. Because you know that they're going to buy it and they're going to keep it. And if they get older or whatever, um, it's going to go to a relative that also will most likely enjoy the work. So it stays in in whoever's family. It just stays in the family. You know. Um, yeah. So it's more than a money thing because the money comes and goes, but that painting will stay for whatever generation of young people, kids, relative, brother, sister, whatever. They're gonna want it. Okay. They're gonna want it. or if you gift it to somebody for their birthday or whatever, um, they cherish things like this. They do, because they know the time human hands made it. It's not done in a printing press somewhere. Um, I know AI is a big thing and whatnot, but anybody's work that they did with their bare hands and their time, because once time passes, it doesn't come back. And they spend a nice chunk of their time doing what you see me doing. And yeah, it is. It's very satisfying to know that somebody will love and cherish your work that you've done from your hands and your time. So it's more than just a financial money deal. It really, especially for artists of any type of art that do it. Linda, oh man, oh no problem, Larry, no problem. I appreciate it, Fatima. That's all right, Chrissy. You're funny. Chrissy's such a sweet person. Oh, she's funny. I love people who are like real people. She's funny, great humor, great sense of humor. And yes, I am just painting in the uh, the rocks, painting in the cactus, same color, it's a deep color here. Okay. Once again, these series of paintings that I will be doing are a little more detailed. They're going to take a while to do, but I asked for it because I was getting at a point where I was starting to get repetitious, and that was it was just getting old. Usually, when I get like that, you won't see me online for quite some time because it's just where I'm me. I get bored, and I want to do that. I want to do that. Okay, as I'm looking, we're filling it up here. We're filling it up. I gotta get some more blue. Pop it right in there. Get plenty of it. This is for the big boy right here. I'm probably end up using the rest of this color, but that's fine. That's cool. That's great. Because I get to use up there. Get a nice glob of brown and this blue. Put it in there really good. Once again, I'll keep reiterating. I'm using higher quality paints. I'm gonna mix it red with a brush. I'm gonna get a nice chunk of this red. Pop it in there. Okay. So I'm mixing. There we go. I'm mixing umber, deep red, in this Prussian blue, which is going to give us a very dark, deep color. All right, here we go. And I'd rather have the paint a little thick. I'm adding water, but I'm not going to turn it into watercolor. All right, I got plenty of it on this brush. Roll my brush around here and get ready to paint the big guy. We'll start with this one here on this edge. And I'm using a round brush, no flat brush. Round brush is really good for filling stuff in. Okay. And I'm using a thicker paint and a round brush because of the it's so opaque. I'll get the smaller little cacti appendages in there first and get rid of those. Make sure I'm out of the way of the camera. I am not very happy with the fact that this is a little too dark for you guys. So it is a setting that I did not um, I didn't pay attention to because I noticed that my videos were a little on the dark side. I'm like, wait a minute. I know my lighting didn't change. So it is something in the camera that I did not do correctly. And I'm glad Larry seen that. Because it's definitely something I gotta take care of. All right, now I'm in the midst of doing this painting here, and I'll probably stop it and check it out because I do want this to be brighter. I want you guys to see this because why spend all this time doing it and you can't see it? Okay, so yeah, I will check this out. Once again, this is a different camera, so now with this cactus, remember the closer these subjects are, more detail. Yeah, you're gonna see little the cacti thorns through this one. You're gonna see the ridges and all of that good stuff. This fella. These paintings are a little, like I say, a little more detailed. They're gonna take a little more time. Very rarely do I do 2 and 3 part videos. I know when I painted King Ghidorah, the Japanese three-headed dragon from the Toho movies, I think that was a three day fella. Well, thank you, Christy. Nice. I was reading Fatima's. God bless him, 80 years old. Hunter. I have a buddy of mine, longtime friend, and his father makes pilgrimages to Alaska still. He's in his 80s and still active. Yes, he is. He will go out in the middle of the night with his hunting gear, tell his wife, I'm out. And boom, he's hunting. 80 years freaking old. He's definitely old school. He's not scared of Jack. He's been doing it most of his life. So it's just second nature to him. He doesn't think nothing of it. But he will go out there, pitch a dart, by himself, do the hunting thing. People usually take groups of people with him. Not him. Nope. He's gone, man. He's out. Um, as he's gotten older, he has learned to let his wife know, yeah, I'm still here. So she must have bitched him out real good. So he's got a phone in from time to time. Because like I say, he's not in his 40s and 50s anymore. He's much older guy. So we guys, we old schoolers get like that. You know, she had to bring him back down to earth. It's like, there's a reason why you got that phone. Use it. Even if you got to drive into town to get reception, use it. So he does phone in, but yeah, he's usually gone. He wakes up before the roosters and he's out, man. He does he does the shotgun, the bow and arrow, the whole nine. Yeah, he's real deal. This guy. Okay, so we have our cacti pretty much painted in here, blocked in. Okay, I'm going back over this fella here because he's got some stuff that needs to be tightened up here. All right. Even if you are gonna paint over some of this stuff, it's gotta look right at the start. You follow me, guys? Gotta look right at the start. Okay. And if it doesn't look right at the start, all right, it's not gonna look too cool at the finish either. So get it right. Try to get it right the first time. Try to get it right at this stage. Then move on. All right, because when you're painting things like this, especially if you're an instructor and you instruct and do things like this, it's not a race. Okay. So I see that Larry's trying. He's trying his best to paint himself into a corner. It look like green bean. no, they do sit in there in lousy weather. No, Larry, it's yours. It's yours, Larry. Yeah, you do have the first chance to buy, Larry. No, she's not going to be upset, Larry. You're okay. So, well, if Larry's still here, because she will understand. Don't worry, she'll understand. And plus, if she wants one bad enough, I'm gonna end up making a double. So, if you're the first one, if you mentioned it, it's only fair that it goes to you first. So, um, the corner of the clean, by the way. Uh, so let me know, Larry, because if you are interested, it will go to you. Okay. So we've got the majority of this um pretty much set and on its way. Okay. Uh we're gonna peel back the skull. The skull I'll probably end up doing last with the grasses. Alright. We can do the rocks. Use a few of them. We'll probably start from over here and we'll do some shading with the rocks. I can easily do the work on the cactus here also. Um what else? Yeah, we can easily knock this right off. Yeah, tell Larry to come back. Let me know. Because he is first. It's only fair and it's only right. It was my bad. I didn't spot it. I did not know. So, so yeah, get a hold of Larry. He's not causing any trouble or any issues. It's only right. And she knows that. She knows. Okay, you know. Yeah, yeah, send him a text. Tell him to come back. Because I don't, that makes me feel bad. I did not spot it. I didn't know. So you guys might, if it's something important like that, you guys might want to put it in text so I know, so, or one of you guys let me know. Because once I get rambling and teaching, I don't see it. So, nope. The penny right now is in limbo until he lets me know. Yeah, I'll let Kathy know. I can email her. Hell, I can call her. I got her phone number. So, but he has to let me know. Like I said, that was my mistake. I did not know that. But I appreciate it, Fatima, for letting me know because I sure didn't know. But yeah, he got it if he wanted. He got it. Okay. As I'm looking, I'm checking things out. These guys are recently done. The rocks are finished, so we can shade in the rocks. We're gonna go with much smaller brushes for this. I can use this little fella. All right. We can take a little bit of, we'll use the angled brush. Let's take a little bit of white. We're gonna go right in here in this dark color right here. You see how purple is getting here? Okay. See that? Pop a little bit of that brown in there. We're gonna gray out those rocks. A little touch of brown, more brown. It's just gonna turn to brownish gray. See that? See that gray that's happening here? That's what we're looking for. Stuff like that. All right. Okay. We'll start with some of these little fellas in the back that you guys can barely see. Oh, right up in here. It's very dark. And I'm using an angled brush. I know where the light is, and so I'm painting these right where the light would be. Okay, so all of it is in perspective. This one here, pretty much in the way of the sun. So this one here, we can get away with down up here, but really on this side, just like this. Okay, just like so. These little fellows can remain dark. It's all right. This one here, we'll just kind of add a little artistic license. Even though he's in the center, technically he should be dark, but we're not going to do that. We're going to add a little light in with him. Matter of fact, we'll put light on both sides. All right, he's backlit, so we're going to do one of these things with him. This fella. So we're going to make that shading refracted light back there. Okay. No, that's fine. That's great. Definitely let me know, because once when I start running my mouth and I'm in instructor mode, I don't see much. Now, as far as perspective, this one here, the light's coming. Remember, this way. This is where you're aiming that light. Okay. You can sneak a few bits around in here, but all that light, all that attention is over here. Okay, just like they are here. Okay, this one here has got both. This one here, the light's aiming that way. Same thing with this fella right in here. Okay. It comes all around here, like that. But not as much as you would think. Somewhere around in there like that. All the rest of it is really dark. You don't really see too much there. All right, and I will not put much there. Okay. All right. Just take a little titanium white into that same gray. Uh-oh, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Okay. I don't need anything over here. Actually, we can make that refracted light, but we're gonna add our little bit of brightness into these fellas, just like this. Okay, just a little bit now. Don't go overboard. All right, a few dots will do this for you. And I'm coming over here now. Obviously, where the light's directly hitting is where you're gonna get all that love. You put a few bits and pieces going back, but not too much. Don't go crazy with it. Oh, people are showing me all sorts of love here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, a couple more. Now this one's got in here on this side, a little bit bright edge here. We got some on the edge. We got a flat spot there, and we got little bits and pieces there. Okay, I'm going to add. Let's clean this off real fast. Let us go a little dark gray. We're gonna put some refractive love right in here. because it's closer to us, we can see a little bit more right in there. All right. So you got a little bit of love happening there. We'll put a little bit of that in here. We'll put some of that refractive stuff in here too. Okay. All right. Like so. We can lighten that up a little bit. And you're doing a lot of different hues. And remember, if you think it's a little too light, give it a few minutes because acrylic paint darkens as it dries. Follow me? All right. Okay. We're gonna let that dry a bit. I'm gonna just chat with you guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They'll have right angles. Look, let me show you something. I'm glad you brought me that up. Okay. See where the perspective lines is? Okay. The light will be here, will be here, will be here. It will be all up in here. Okay. We might show a little bit of it on this side. It will be here. All right. Too far, too far. That's questionable. Probably still too far. On the bigger guys, see the lights going this way. The light will be here. The light will be here. The light will be here. You see that? Okay. All down here. Pretty much the way you see the rocks, the cactus will be pretty much the same way. These guys won't have it, at least not very much, because they're kind of in the direct rays of it. All right. So, yeah. And I'm not going to put too many rocks because remember, we have a skull here. All right. But I'm going to show you something else while we're on that subject of shadow and all that good stuff. Okay. What else was I going to say? Well, because the sun is direct, I can probably play around and, well, actually, it will go up this way and wrap the shadow around. Maybe not so much for him, but we'll get a nice wrap shadow around. Okay. All sorts of little trick things we can do with that. Let's take some water. Let's take this. We're going to make an interesting shadow color with this. All right. And we'll put it right around in here somewhere. All right. Can you guys see me do this? No, you guys cannot because I got rid of the palette. All right. Remember these little guidelines here? Okay. Oh, yeah, like this. We're gonna make those darker. But right now, I'm gonna just guide them in there. We'll make a nice long shadow there. It's going this way. It's going this way. Just like that. All in still in the shadows got to be in perspective. Okay, even this fella, but it's back down that way. This fella in his long cacti shadow is this way. Okay, we're gonna paint all these things stronger. Don't worry, we'll get them. We'll get them. Okay, they'll get darker. They'll get darker, but I'm placing them in there right now. At this precise moment. Actually, let me use Let me use a round brush for that. I want them dark, but I don't want them jet black. I still want you to see some of the love and underneath all of that. We'll use a round brush. Let's go from over here. I can reactivate the paint with the water. Okay. And it makes a fantastic shadow color. We're gonna come here. I'm darkening the shadow, obviously, as you guys can see. But it's dark enough, but it's still transparent enough where you can see stuff working on the bottom here. You got me? Okay. And with perspective, you gotta stay true to form with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay. Don't play with it. All these little details work. They help you out. Okay. Yeah, I believe it would. My mural days are over. And murals are they're I don't no. I'm yeah, my mural days. Me climbing on the ladder doing all of that. Nah. Don't play with the perspective. I know I seen the numbers on the bottom. I knew it was clicking. I won't move until it comes back. All right. Now I can make these very precise because remember the guidelines are here. Okay. And that's right where I'm staying at. I'm going, believe it or not, right where the guidelines are. This one's a little tall. He's going to go this way. He's not going to stop like that. He's going to grow. I'll put it, I'll put it right about here. Just like that. Put it right in there. Just like so. If you wanted to go a little bit past or whatever, sure, you can do that too. It would come right out here. Just like that. Okay? If you would like. All right? Just like so. Now, as you see me doing this, okay, and you see the length of these fellas, all right, everything still holds true. This is why that grid method works. This fella here, it's weird with shadows in perspective because the shadow, even though it takes the shape of the rock, it grows. It's getting longer and larger coming towards us, even though it's maintaining that same funky shape. Follow me? It's how you can get, it's how you get these to work. Okay. All right. We have to wait for that to dry because I know you guys don't see it. Maybe you see this one. Remember I told you, you take some water. Okay, you make all that disappear. Okay, see, it goes away. It wipes right away. Take it and wipe it away. So they will go away. Yep, they wipe away. And you can see it start to disappear. Chalk lines will disappear. They will go away. And I probably could at this point use a, well, I can't now, I got water on it, but I can use, when it dries, I can use an eraser and just take it away because it's chalk or charcoal. It's not lead. But yeah, I can make those go away. But we're gonna let this dry and whatnot, and I'll take a small little eraser and wipe it away. But I gotta wait for the shadow of everything to be totally dry before I go through all of that. But usually you really won't even notice it. Okay. Oh, here we go with the Bob Ross things. Quiet, all of you. All right. We are so close to knocking this off the park and being done. Okay, we are. Don't want to bore you guys half to death with it, but we are very close to being finished here. That we are. So, what do we have here? Let's get a flat brush. Let's mix in some deep green. What do we got here? Let's get some yellow. We'll just come here. Okay. Mix that yellow in there. Okay. I know we got some dark blue in there. We get a nice kind of a green going here. Get some water. Loosen up that paint just a tad. I'm a little quiet, I'm sorry. I'm just getting texture happening here. And I'm using the brush for right now. And this color is not going to be the only color, but we are going to place it. Cactus got ridges. Okay, they're kind of different. All right, turn my brush around. It's just a series of taps. Okay. We're not done. And I'm not going to keep the taps or the lighting of the green specifically even. Some get shown a little bit more than others. Okay. And be mindful to where the light's hitting on these guys. All right. You don't totally color in the whole cactus, especially when it's backlit. You're going to get where the light is hitting these fellows. Okay. And its curve. Like that. A little more toward the middle area. You can exaggerate and pop in some, like so. Okay. Like that. Now you guys don't see it as of yet because it's kind of dark. So once I I got a feeling I'm gonna have to stop it and really correct this light situation because I want you to see this. Okay. All right, run on the other side. Now these guys are a little smaller, so to speak. Okay. Let's get a little more green. I'm using both sides of the brush, keeping a nice sharp edge, and we're acting the. So as I'm checking it out, I think we're gonna get this one a little bit of green too. Nobody's talking. I guess you guys want me to concentrate on this part. Nobody's saying nothing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Colin? If I continue, I'll get a copyright strike. Yeah, I can understand that. Like I said, if my head is in the way, man, I don't like it being that dark. I'm gonna have to do something with that. So, but I'm so close and so I'm so close to getting this thing finished. Um, it's a little frustrating, Get a little touch of white. And then what's left of that yellow too. Very thin. Cut across. Very thin. Right on this edge. And I mean right on its edge. And get some of that light on there. Now as you see, I'm just pressing. I'm not dragging. I'm just popping a few of these fellas in there off and on. Okay. I don't have to have it super bright. I don't have to have half the freaking tree lit up like the Christmas tree. That's not necessary. Okay. Not necessary to do that. Get those skips going. All right. Because you're showing off the roughness of the cactus's um, covering. Okay. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Even though I'm near the end, I refuse to rush this part. Don't do that. If you're close to the end, don't do that to yourself. It's not fair to you or the person you're giving it to. Don't do that. Okay. Underneath here, I'll add his glow. A little bit of love underneath. All right. I'm still checking it out. I'm still looking. When you got a cactus closer to the sun, don't put it on the edge. Put it a little bit beyond there. All right. A little bit beyond the edge of it. So kind of hugging across there. All right. So don't put it totally on the edge because one, you're competing with the brightness. the parts of this cactus I can't reach with the palette knife, I'll use the um, I will use a script liner. All this brightness is breaking up. You want that. That's what you're looking for. Okay. I don't like highlighting that way because I don't see where the blade is. I'm doing it blind. The secret to doing something like this also is that the paint, even though it's on the edge of the brush, the more you press, the more it tends to. Aha! I forgot one spot. I forgot this over here. Okay. What I can't do with the palette knife, I'll do with a script liner. Get a little water. Come in here. All right. So whatever curves that you can't get, hold your script liner perpendicular. All right. Just like that. Pop it in there. Right on the top. You do have it on the top. Okay. Sometimes you just need a little touch. See, you thought I forgot about this up here. I did not. We're up on the top here. Just like so. And I'm still looking, I'm still checking out right here. You got some love up here. All right. Thank you, Kelly. Once again, I'm taking a little bit more time with it. I'm explaining a lot more, even though you guys don't really hear me much. Okay. I'm trying to see if I got any more dark left. I don't. We're going to make some more, though. Oh, let's take, yeah, we'll take the filbert. We'll go into what's left of the blue. We'll bring it right here. Touch. All right. A little bit of water because this paint is mega thick. It's all right. Here. Okay, the perspective line is here. So his stripe, his shadow would go up like that. Just like this. Okay. That's the direction. Here's the perspective line. Here it is. It will go up and around. All right. Up and around. Opposite over here. And if you get lost, look at your rays. Look at your sun rays. That's your perspective. You follow me? That's your perspective for these guys. Okay. When you're doing the shadow like that. Even if you don't see it, it is there. All right, you look close enough, it's definitely there. All right. I'm gonna take some of this dark blue. Let's get a little water. Let's activate that again. Okay. it's dark on dark, but it's lighter than the blue you see, or lighter than this color you see. And up in here, a little bit of residual stuff happening here, just like that. Now you see it wet. Give it a chance. Let it dry. Let it dry. We got all sorts of residual backgroundy light, uh, um, light sources coming out here, which is why I got it in this deep blue. You're gonna still see it when it dries. All right, bring some of that into the green. Put it in there. Oh, you guys can't see it. I can. You guys don't see it very well. So what I'm gonna do is, um, unfortunately, I have to stop the video. Even though I can finish this, I'm gonna straighten up this camera. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around. I know well over 2 hours. But we're gonna finish this today. If you guys don't come back, I do understand. But I'm knocking this out. We're finishing this today. I'm not playing. So we can definitely finish this. Definitely finish it off. Because we just have the skull to do. I'm gonna probably put in a few. Yeah, we'll put in a few little stringy grasses here and there, but mainly it's going to be over here underneath underneath the skull. We'll put a few of those in there. I'm looking, I'm thinking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, just to make sure we get everything cool before I shut off this camera. Okay. Well, thank you, Rosemary. But I will be back. I gotta definitely correct this situation here to bring this out more. So I won't move this. I have to shut it off, unplug the camera, and see where that, check out the white balance and fix it. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna knock it out. All right. I'm looking. I see where I can add a little more love to the rocks. This isn't gonna take long, but I am gonna add a little more love to the rocks here. And it just takes a script liner. Very light touches to the rocks. It's direct light. I want it to be directional. Sometimes it's just a speck or two. Just a speck of brightness in there. And it's usually on the very front of the rock. Okay. Its top edge there. Just little bits there, just to highlight it. All right. Still checking out the stuff here. Okay. Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh, shadow right there. Let's pop that shadow in there real quick. There you are. I see you. Thought you can get away from me. You're not getting away. You're not getting away from me, buddy. You're not getting away from me. That ain't happening. Yep, I can straighten out that perspective on it too. Just wipe that color away, straighten that perspective out a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm looking some more. Looking. I'm looking up at my TV. Okay. All right. Where's my outlet eraser? All right. Dried mushrooms. I love y'all. I love y'all. You guys showing so much love to Larry. Boy, y'all want those mushrooms up in that piece. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop because I still want to put some of my cracks in there and just brighten up this color. Okay, we're gonna stop here. We're 98% finished. We are so freaking close. Then we got our skull to do. Okay, let me fix this. Dried mushrooms. Do you put any adobo or any salt and pepper on them or something, or fry them in butter or something? All right. As you're contemplating your mushroom answer, let me go over here and straighten out this white balance because it definitely needs to be brighter than this. And I shall, on return, will knock this right out. Thank you guys for sticking with me for so very long. I know we're way past the 2 hour mark, but I'll return and we'll complete this. Thank you guys. I'll be back.